Film title Film title She Waited, but not to the end. Central message: waiting for some time is not the same as waiting until God's appointed time. A person may endure many years faithfully, yet lose the promise through one impatient decision made near the end. For ye have need of patience, that after ye have done the will of God, ye might receive the promise. Hebrews 10:36. Short film storyline: a young Christian lady named Grace has prayed for years concerning marriage. She believes God has assured her that He is preparing the right man, but as the time passes, nearly all her friends get married. Grace begins well. She serves God, prays, and rejects unsuitable relationships. However, pressure gradually enters her heart. Her family constantly asks when she will marry. Friends tell her that she is being too selective. She becomes afraid of growing older alone. Social media makes her feel forgotten. God appears silent while others seem to be progressing. Eventually, a wealthy and attractive man named Daniel approaches her. He is respectful and generous, but does not genuinely know or obey Christ. Grace receives several warnings through scriptures, prayer, and godly counsel, but she begins to justify the relationship. She says, I have waited long enough. Perhaps God wants to use me to change him. Our spiritual mentor responds, Grace, waiting is not merely refusing the wrong person for your season. Waiting means remaining under God's government until He gives you permission to move. Grace becomes tired of waiting and proceeds with the relationship. At first, everything looks beautiful. Her engagement photographs attract admiration and people congratulate her. But after marriage, Daniel gradually reveals his true values. He discourages her devotion to God, opposes her fellowship with believers, and pressures her to compromise her conviction. Grace discovered that what looked like an answer was actually a distraction created by her impatience. One evening, after a painful disagreement, she opens her old journal. She finds something she wrote years earlier. Lord, no matter how long it takes, I will not choose outside your will. She begins to weep, not because God failed her, but because she abandoned the place of waiting shortly before His appointed intervention. The film then shows that the godly man God had been preparing was about to enter her life, but she had already made an irreversible decision without God's approval. Climatic statement: Grace looks at her younger sister and says, I waited for years, but I did not wait to the end. I endured the loneliness, the questions, and the pressure. But when I was closest to God's appointed time, I became impatient. Please learn from me. Never allow the pain of waiting to push you outside the will of God. Final voiceover: waiting does not become obedience merely because it lasted for a long time. True waiting continues until God speaks. God leads and God opens the door. Do not exchange a divine promise for immediate relief. Though the vision tarry, wait for it, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Habakkuk 2, verse 3. Closing screen: she waited, but not to the end. Do not become impatient at the edge of your testimony. Wait for God, wait in God, wait until God's time.